Life has a way of challenging us, testing our limits, pushing us beyond what we thought we could endure. It doesn't care about your plans or your comfort zone. It's relentless, and it will throw punches when you least expect it. But here's the thing. Every time life delivers a blow, you have a choice. You can either let that punch knock you down, or you can take it and keep moving forward. So, now I'm not saying it's easy. It's never easy. If you think that life owes you an easy ride, you're in for a tough awakening. But the truth is, adversity is not meant to break you. It's meant to build you. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to develop a strength you never knew you had. It's an opportunity to prove to yourself that you are more than what you faced. When life throws punches, it doesn't matter how hard it hits. What matters is how you respond. Are you going to crumple under the pressure? Are you going to let those punches take you down for good? Or are you going to stand up, brush yourself off, and keep moving forward? That's resilience. Resilience is not about pretending nothing bothers you. It's not about ignoring your emotions or pretending everything is fine when it's not. It's about acknowledging the pain, the disappointment, the frustration, but choosing not to let it define you. It's about accepting that life will get tough and knowing that you are tougher. It's about refusing to let those punches keep you on the ground. It's about refusing to let those punches keep you on the ground. You see, resilience isn't built overnight. It's something that comes from the practice of standing tall when everything inside of you is screaming to give up. It's built in the small, daily decisions to keep pushing forward, even when it feels like you're not making progress. It's about getting back up every time you're knocked down and saying, I'm not finished yet. I'm not done. The world may look at you and see struggle, but you know better. You know that every challenge, every obstacle, every punch you've taken has shaped you into something stronger. And while others might crumble under the weight of their own difficulties, you stand tall because you've learned that resilience is not about never being affected. It's about being able to take what life throws at you and keep moving. So don't be afraid of those punches. Don't be afraid of the struggle. When life challenges you, rise to the occasion. It's in those moments of hardship that your true strength is revealed. Embrace those punches because they'll only make you stronger. You're not here to be beaten down. You're here to stand tall, to keep going, no matter how many times life knocks you down. Every setback is an opportunity to come back stronger. Setback is an opportunity to come back stronger. Every moment of adversity is a chance to show the world, and more importantly, yourself, that nothing can break you. And in the end, it's the way you respond to those punches that defines you. Don't let life's difficulties stop you in your tracks. Embrace them. Stand tall. Keep moving forward. Because in the end, resilience is what separates those who make it from those who don't. And you're not going to be the one who quits. You're going to be the one who rises. Every time. You can't control what happens to you. The world doesn't operate on your schedule, and it doesn't follow the plan you've set for your life. That's just the way it is. Life is unpredictable, and at times it feels like things are spinning out of your control. But here's the truth. While you can't always control what happens to you, you absolutely control how you respond. That's where your power lies. The moment something difficult, uncomfortable, or challenging happens in your life, you face a choice. You have the ability to decide how to respond. That decision can shape everything. It can determine whether you keep your peace in the midst of chaos or whether you lose your mind when everything starts to fall apart. The world will keep moving, things will keep happening, and the noise will continue to rise. But you get to choose whether you let that noise drown you out or whether you remain centered. Let me be clear. Choosing how you respond doesn't mean you ignore the problem or pretend everything is fine when it's not. It means you acknowledge the reality of the situation, but you decide not to let it define you. It's a powerful thing to recognize that your emotional state doesn't have to be governed by external circumstances. That's freedom. It's not about suppressing your feelings or pretending that challenges aren't real. It's about taking charge of your mind and emotions regardless of what's going on around you. Your mindset is everything. You have to understand that you are not a victim of your circumstances. The challenges you face, the hardships you endure, they're not here to control you. They're here to test you, to see if you have the strength to rise above them. And that's the key to it all, the strength to rise. But you can only rise if you make the decision to respond with strength. When adversity strikes, what you don't want to do is let it rob you of your power. Don't let your circumstances dictate how you feel or how you behave. Sure, there will be days when you feel overwhelmed, when you feel like giving up. We all have those moments. But in those moments, you have a choice. You can either give in to the pressure or you can use it as fuel to grow. So every obstacle is an opportunity to tap into a deeper level of resilience, a deeper level of strength you didn't even know you had. It's easy to point fingers, to blame other people or situations for your problems, but at the end of the day, your peace, your happiness, and your success all come down to your own choices. When you decide to take control of how you respond to life, you take back your power. You stop allowing the world to dictate your emotions, and instead, you decide how you want to feel, regardless of what's happening around you. And this is not about suppressing your emotions, but it's about refusing to let negativity or hardship rule your life. It's about stepping into your power and saying, I will not let this situation break me. I will not let it take away my peace. Every time you choose to respond with calmness, with confidence, with strength, you build something unshakable inside yourself. And that's the secret to navigating life's challenges, not letting the chaos of the world shape your inner world. You have the ability to remain centered, to remain strong, to remain unshaken. Life is going to happen. It's going to throw you curveballs. But what matters most is how you decide to respond. Your response is where your true power lies. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. That saying rings true because strength is not built in the moments when everything is smooth, when life is going according to plan. No, it's built in the struggle. It's forged in the hard times, the moments that test you and push you to your limits. When everything seems to be falling apart around you, that's when your real character is revealed. It's easy to show up when things are going well, when you're riding high on success. But it's during the battles, the setbacks, and the failures that your true strength is formed. You don't realize your own strength until you're forced to face a situation that feels overwhelming. You may look at a challenge and think, I don't know if I can handle this. But let me tell you something. You're stronger than you think. We all are. The thing is, you don't get to see your full potential until you're forced to rise above the struggle, until you're placed in a situation where there's no other option but to dig deep, to find that inner strength you didn't know was there. When you're in the middle of a storm, it can feel like it's never going to end. It feels like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, like every step forward is harder than the last. But in those moments, remember this, it's in the struggle that the strength is built. You are being shaped and molded, tested and refined. And though it may not seem like it in the moment, each challenge is making you stronger. It's preparing you for something bigger, something greater than you've ever imagined. You have to embrace the struggle. You have to recognize that growth doesn't happen in your comfort zone. It happens when you're forced to face adversity head on. You see, it's the tough times that give you the grit, the perseverance, and the resilience to keep going. It's easy to get complacent when things are going well, but the real transformation occurs when you're tested. That's where true strength comes from, especially when you're tested. That's where true strength comes from. So prove to me when life knocks you down, and it will. You have two choices. You can either stay down and let the weight of the world keep you there, or you can get back up. Strength isn't about avoiding pain or avoiding the challenges. It's about the ability to face them, to confront them, and to keep moving despite them. It's about showing up day after day, even when it feels like the odds are stacked against you. It's also important to understand that strength isn't just physical. It's mental and emotional. Mental toughness is being able to push through when your mind tells you to quit, to keep going when every part of you is exhausted. Emotional strength is being able to manage your feelings, to not let fear, anger, or frustration take control of you. It's about being able to maintain your focus on your goal, even when everything else is trying to distract you. The road to success is never a straight line. It's filled with bumps, detours, and setbacks. There will be times when you feel like you're taking one step forward and two steps back, but that's all part of the process. The key is not to let those setbacks define you. They don't determine your worth. They don't determine your potential. What defines you is how you rise after each setback. It's how you get back on your feet, no matter how many times life tries to knock you down. That's what separates the ones who make it from the ones who don't. The ability to keep going when everything is telling you to stop. Remember that strength is built over time. It's not something that happens overnight. It's the result of consistent effort, the willingness to keep going when others have given up, and the ability to endure through the hard times. It's a muscle that you strengthen every time you refuse to quit. The more you face the challenges head on, the stronger you become. Tough times don't last, but tough people, they endure, they rise, and they win. When adversity strikes, when life tests you and challenges your will, it's easy to get caught up in the emotions of the moment. We're all human, and it's natural to feel overwhelmed, frustrated, or even scared. But here's something important to remember. In those very moments, the way you carry yourself can change everything. The way you respond to the challenge, the way you choose to show up can either make you crumble or give you the strength to rise above. A key part of that is showing up with a sense of purpose, a sense of calm that others can't see through. There's a power in acting as if nothing bothers you, in holding your composure no matter how chaotic the situation may be. It's not about being emotionless or pretending that the situation doesn't affect you. It's about showing the world that no matter how tough things get, you have control over yourself, over your response, and in doing so, you create an example for others to follow. When you can stand firm in the face of adversity, when you can keep your mind sharp and your actions deliberate, you become a force. You show people around you that no matter what happens, there's a way through it. You give them permission to be strong as well. There's a ripple effect that comes with remaining calm, collected, and steady. People notice how you carry yourself, and that becomes a model for them to emulate when they're in their own struggles. The thing is, when you act as if nothing bothers you, you're not just putting on a facade, you're strengthening your own mindset. You're conditioning yourself to deal with difficulty in a way that doesn't cause you to lose your focus. You're teaching yourself resilience, teaching yourself the ability to stay rooted in your purpose, no matter how much noise is swirling around you. It's in those moments that you discover just how strong you truly are. People can often tell when you're shaken. Your body language shifts, your speech becomes erratic, and you lose the ability to think clearly. But when you hold steady, when you maintain your composure, you send a message both to others and to yourself that no external circumstance will determine your worth. No storm will shake you from your foundation. The world may try to pull you in different directions, but you stand firm. It's that strength in the face of chaos that allows you to maintain control over your own life. When you act as if nothing bothers you, it doesn't mean you're shutting down your emotions. It means you're not letting them control you. You can still feel frustration, sadness, or anger, but you don't let those emotions dictate your next move. Instead, you use them as fuel to move forward with greater purpose and intention. You understand that emotions are natural, but they don't need to govern your actions. You've got a goal, a mission, and you're not going to let temporary circumstances knock you off course. That's the mindset you need to adopt when things get tough. There's a profound power in not showing weakness, not giving in to the external pressure, and holding your ground. When you refuse to show how bothered you are, it's like taking control of the narrative. You're not going to let life's challenges write the story for you. You're the one holding the pen. The truth is, showing others that nothing bothers you doesn't mean you have to pretend everything is perfect. It simply means that you're not going to allow the imperfections, the obstacles, or the challenges to defeat you. You're going to face them head on with the understanding that they don't define you. You define you. And in doing so, you become a beacon of strength, a quiet force that people respect and admire.